Hey there, this is lesson 1.0, Points, Lines, and Planes Notes. And you should have a copy of a handout to go along with this video. Alright, we're going to get right into it. First term, palabra, is a point. A point is a location in space, and it has no dimension. This point has no size, just letting us know a location. And the way we name a point is with a capital letter. This point here is point A. Point A. All right, next we have line. Line extends in both directions without end. We have arrows here and here. It is extending in both directions. It has one dimension. Length is a dimension. And through any 2 points, there is exactly one line. Now, there are a couple ways to name this line. We have our letter in lowercase next to the line. This is line L. We also can name the line based on these points. And I could call this line AB. I should have the symbol on top with arrows, or this could also be called line BA, symbol on top with arrows. Order does not matter, just choose 2 points. Okay, next to plane. A plane extends in all dimensions without end. So it's going on this way, it's going on this way, and it's going on this way. Even though we draw it as an end, we know that it is extending infinitely like a line. A plane is two-dimensional. Length and width, it has area, that's two-dimensional. And through any 3 non-collinear points, there is exactly one plane. These are those 3 non-collinear points. Now notice there's a capital letter here with no point next to it. That's because we can name this plane plane M, or I can choose 3 letters. I can name this plane RAK or KAR, or any order of those 3 letters. So point, 1 letter, line, 2 letters, and plane, 3 letters. All right, next we have segment. Segment is part of a line. It is like I took my infinite line that goes in both directions and I chopped it off and had a segment. It has 2 endpoints. These are the endpoints here and here. It ends after these points. All right, and then how do we name this segment? We can name this segment XY. I put a line over the top with no arrows, and I can also switch the order to YX. All right, we have array. Array is also part of a line. It does have the infinite direction on one side, but an endpoint on the other. So has one endpoint and extends forever in one direction. Now with array, there is only one way to name this particular array, and that is array QR. You must name the endpoint first. You must name that endpoint first. All right, and then we made it to opposite rays. Opposite rays are rays that share an endpoint and form a line. So you might not see these 2 rays that we have here. We have one going this direction and another going the opposite direction. So those are the 2 rays that we're calling our opposite rays. So I can name this ray BA for my green one and BC for my yellow one, and together they form the line AB or BC. Any 2 points, just like we talked about previously for that line. But for these two particular rays, they must be BA, endpoint first, and BC. All right, next we're going to talk about collinear. Co is a prefix that means together. So collinear is together on a line. Collinear points lie on the same line. So 3 collinear points here are going to be the ones that are lying on the line. That is point A, point B, and point C. Now non-collinear points do not lie on the same line. They do not lie on the same line. 2 of them can. Notice we only have 1 point off the line here and then 2 that are on. But as a collective, they are non-collinear. So that would be points D, A, and B, or D, A, and C, any 3 points that includes point D. All right, we made it to coplanar. We see that co prefix again, but it's coplanar this time. Coplanar points lie on the same plane. Non-coplanar points do not lie on the same plane. Do not lie on the same plane. So our 3 coplanar points are the ones on our plane here. That's point S, point D, and point L. And then we have our point E that is up off of the plane here. So I need to include that when I pick my 3 non-coplanar points. All right, this should be the second page handout of this note section, and we have intersection of lines and planes. The intersection of 2 lines, as we can see here, is a point. We have our specific point here. The intersection is point P. The intersection of 2 planes, think the ceiling and the wall, how they meet at the corner, and we can see that line there. The intersection of 2 planes is a line. And our intersection of these 2 planes is line M. You can see our M there to name the line. All right, now we're going to apply these things to a few examples. So name the figure below. Remember, a name is specific to this figure. So yes, this is a line, but that is not the name of this line. This line could be named line W for our letter here, or I can choose 2 points like A, B, and make sure I put my symbol on top. All right, name the figure below. This is a ray, yes, but I'm going to name this ray. This ray could be named QS. So here's our endpoint toward S in the infinite direction, or QR. That R point is also going in the infinite direction. All right, here, name the figure below. This is a segment, but this is segment WZ. I use the endpoints when I name my segment, WZ. If I said XY, I would only be talking about this specific part of the segment. If I want to get that whole segment in there, I need to go from W to Z. All right, we have a diagram here to use. What is the intersection of line M and AC? So line M, I can see, is right here, and line AC is right here. And where do those 2 lines intersect? It is right there at that point, point A. What is the intersection of line AB and plane H? I can see my line coming in and intersecting plane H at point B. What is another name for plane H? I can use 3 letters, any 3 letters in any order, and call this plane BDE. And number 7, what is the intersection of planes Q and P? So you can see plane Q and plane P, and they intersect right here at this line that looks like it was line M. Okay, and to our final examples. What is the intersection of plane ADC, which is, ADC is going to be the top here, ADC, and GCH. GCH is this front plane here, and that is going to be our line CD. I have a line there where those planes intersect. What is the intersection of AC and CD? I can see right here, that is our point there, point C. And then intersection of AC, I'm going to get a different color in here, AC and BD, those do not intersect. So there is no intersection. And finally, we should finish the sketch based on the description below. Lines AB and GT. So I already see AB here. Intersect at point M. Line AB lies in the plane, but GT does not. GT does not. It intersects line AB, but it does not lie in the plane. Point L lies in plane Q, but is not collinear with either line. So I have point L, and it's not collinear with either line. Alright, so I have my line GT. It intersects AB, but it's not in the plane. So I'm going to draw it coming through my plane like this. It is intersecting line AB, and this is GT. It intersects at point M here, at point M. And then point L lies in plane Q, but it's not collinear. So I just need to put L somewhere else, not in line with the others. And that concludes this lesson. I hope you enjoyed.